Hello and welcome to my first tutorial at Stampin' Delight. I was debating what to show you as my first tutorial, but I figured what better project than something I shared with over 800 demonstrators at the European Convention in November in Manchester. So this is the technique I showed, which is rainbow embossing. So it's just basically using a multitude of embossing powder colours to create this multicolour effect. So I'm going to show you how to do that. The best thing to do, obviously, when you're embossing, first off, is use the embossing buddy just to remove any static that may make the powder stick to it where you don't want it to stick. And then using your stamp and the Versamark ink. This stamp I'm using today is from the Flower Shop stamp set, which I have here. It's got 6 different beautiful pansy shaped images, and I'm using this particular one here today. And then all you do is ink up in Versamark and randomly stamp it over your card. This particular piece of card is 7.5 centimetres by 14.9, which will just fit nicely across a C6 card base. So I'll just randomly stamp it like that. You might be able to see it just shines a little bit, the Versamark ink, so you can see where you've stamped it. And then I'm going to use 3 colours of embossing powders. Here I've got Melon Mambo, Pool Party and Wild Wasabi. The great thing about Stampin' Up is, as you can see here, it has a range of about 13, I think, embossing powders, so there's lots of combinations you can play with for this technique. So first off, I'm just going to get some copy paper to tip the embossing powder on so I can pour it back into the pot afterwards. You take your first colour and you just shake it across the corner, taking care not to place it all over your card. Flick off the back just to move any bits that are wanting to linger. And then get another piece of copy paper, and then the second colour, which I'm going to use Pool Party here, when you sprinkle that over, even though you're covering partly where you've already put powder, obviously it won't hold on to the Versamark, so it just creates a nice clean effect of a second colour. And then the third one I'm just going to turn around and do this way, just for ease really. So there you have. Make sure all your images are covered. Missed a bit there. There you have your piece of card covered with 3 different colours, and then it's just a case of taking your heat tool and heat embossing it. I'll just quickly do the bottom bit here. And the good thing about this is there are so many combinations. Okay, so you just do that all over your card till it's all embossed. I won't bore you with the detail of doing that. I actually have a Blue Peter fashion, one I've made here earlier. So that's your card and it's all shiny and lovely. Now it's been embossed. And then all I'm going to do is layer it up onto a mat in the matching Melon Mambo cardstock. So we'll just glue that onto there. I love these glue sticks, they're just brilliant to work with. Nothing moves. It gives you a bit of wiggle room because they don't stick straight away, like snail, but also once you've glued it on, it's not coming off. And then you can just place that onto your card base. And I've actually got one here which I've completely finished with a little bit of ribbon and everything. This is one of the other images within Flower Shop stamp set, and here I've got a sentiment from Label Love, which comes with the matching artisan label punch. So that's just using those 2 products there to create my sentiment. So that's, a quick technique just to show you how you can combine your embossing powders and create different effects with them. So lots of possibilities. I've got a few samples here just to show you the different things you can do. So you could do it with an embossing folder. This is the chevron embossing folder, which I inked up with Versamark and transferred onto basic black card, and then again using the 3 colours and white also, just to create that multicolour rainbow embossing effect. And then another one of my favourites actually is using one large stamp. So something like the swallowtail is brilliant. Here I've used Mellow Mambo Wild Wasabi and the basic black, and created the same effect with that. And it also looks stunning and I think this got the most ooze at convention, is the white with the gold and the silver embossing powders, and just the sheen on that is beautiful. So that's my first tutorial. I hope you've enjoyed it. Very quick and simple, but hopefully it's something that you might want to have a go at. All the details for the cards I've made and also the products I've used will be available on my blog.